Come in.
What do you want?
It's all right. I just came to give you some advice. Some helpful advice. Sit down. Look, I know just what you're going through. I haven't been here long myself.
You had trouble?
A little, but luckily I was told about the no lagging rule before I put my foot in it.
Yes, I realise I shouldn't have said anything now.
Oh, it takes some adjusting. I haven't come to terms with some of the women's attitudes myself, but I'm beginning to understand them.
It's so unreal in here.
It's hard for everyone when they first arrive.
What are you in for?
Ah, now that's something else we don't do, love. We don't ask a person's crime.
Oh, sorry. There's so much to learn just to survive.
Well, I'll help you. If you let me.
Thanks, but I don't...
No, I don't just mean with the rules, Kath. But if you don't unburden yourself soon, you're going to crack.
What do you mean?
You're bottling it all up, aren't you? Now, it'd help to talk to someone about why you killed your daughter, I mean. Listen to me, Kath. I know you must have loved her very much to do as you did. Because no mother in her right mind would ever deliberately murder her child.
I had to. Oh, God. Bob.
I can't stay long. It's bad news, I'm afraid.
What is it?
Luke Kelly. Somebody overheard us talking and told her she's using it to try and blackmail her way out of here.
She's getting you to help her?
No way I'll fall for that one.
But what are you going to do? I mean, if the governor finds out...
I'll handle Kelly. I just want you to be prepared in case I have to leave on the spur of the moment.
But you're not thinking of helping her, are you?
No. And the less you know, the better. It's just that if I do have to leave, you'll be prepared.
I talked to Nancy. She's going to try and make the other women understand.
Good. I better go before somebody else overhears us.
What's the matter, Maxwell?
Nothing, Miss Ferguson.
Then stand up when I talk to you.
Sorry.
I bet you are. Someone been giving you a hard time, have they?
No. No, Miss Ferguson.
Looks like they got their message across anyway. And from what I hear, they're going to be teaching you a lot more. Moran's pep talks aren't going to help the likes of you, Maxwell.
It's not Bob's fault. Mr. Moran went out of his way to help. He didn't really have to, considering his position.
No. But then perhaps he has a personal interest.
I wouldn't know. He said he'd been to Vietnam. Perhaps that's why. Better than I can say it. I want you to understand what I did and why I did it. It wasn't to hurt you. I love you too much to do that. But I had no choice. Linda was suffering so much.
You all right, Maxwell?
It's fine, thanks.
Had something to eat?
No, I'm not hungry, thanks.
Suit yourself.
You all right?
Sorry, I had to talk to you.
You're not ill?
No, I heard what happened.
About Kelly being murdered?
Yes. God, Bob, you didn't, did you?
What do you mean?
I was so scared when I heard. I mean, you said you'd take
Kath,
care
it
of her.
wasn't me. I threatened her to shut her up, but she was alive when I left her, believe me.
Thank God. I mean, I kept telling myself that you wouldn't.
It's all right, I understand.
Do they know who did it yet?
No. I've got to go now. You be all right?
What do you want?
We want your help, Kath. And we're going to get it too, kid killer.
Help. With what?
Last night, we figured you've got to know something about Kelly's murder.
Well, I don't. Honestly.
Yeah? And what were you doing while we were all at the party?
I was here by myself.
Prove it.
I can't. I was writing.
Well, did you see anything that might help?
No. I was just minding my own business. I thought that's what you all wanted.
Start thinking! You must have seen or heard something!
Well, the officer that got attacked.
Mrs. Radcliffe. What about her?
Well, she walked past, and then a few minutes later, I thought I heard a sort of a thud. That's all.
That must be when she was bashed. Why didn't you tell me that in the first place?
I didn't think of it. I went out there, but the corridor was empty.
Now, what time was this? You've got to remember.
God, I don't know.
Well, just start thinking!
I think it was just before I heard a lot of screaming and shouting coming from the party.
That must have been us doing our act.
Yeah. I could be wrong, of course.
Oh, you ain't wrong, lady. That's my alibi you're talking about. In fact, you're so right, we're going to tell the screws right now.
I need to speak to the governor straight away. I've got some information about Kelly's murder.
All right, but you'll have to wait till after muster now. Just get back against the wall there. Now, come on, settle down and shut up. I won't start until this line is dead straight. Shouldn't you to say this?
No. Well, I mean, she pushed me into reporting it, but it's what I heard.
All right, I'll take you through to see Mrs. Reynolds.
God, the way that Patterson girl carried on. I mean, I didn't know it was important. I'd forgotten about it. Why do they treat people like that?
Patterson could face life for murder. If she's innocent, she'd want to prove it.
And I'd want to help her. But for God's sake, I mean, one minute they're at my throat because of Linda, and then it's because they want me to help them.
Takes a while to get used to the way things are run in a place like this.
I don't think so. I'm learning fast, Bob. I can either quiver in a corner or I can stand up for myself. And I'm not going to be kicked around by those bitches anymore.
Can't take on the whole damn prison yourself. There's some bloody tough women in here.
Then I'll have to get tough too.
Kath.
You can't be here all the time, Bob. And believe me, the next person who has a go at me will get a hell of a lot more than they bargained for.
Well, I'm glad you finally saw fit to let me know. It's unfortunate it's been allowed to go on this long. Excuse me. Yes?
Got a minute? Something important's come up.
I'm sorry, Mrs. Ryan. I have to go now. Obviously, I'll need to talk to your son as soon as possible. Yes, if you would. Thank you. Goodbye. What is it?
Maxwell says she has information on the Kelly murder.
You know who did it?
No, it's just that I've remembered something that I forgot to tell the police when they talked to me before.
You better sit down and tell me about it.
There's something I want to talk to Mrs. Morris about. Do you mind if we leave you to it for a minute?
Go right ahead. Right. Go ahead, I'm listening. Listen, an egg, but we're in the dining room. How can you be sure of that?
I heard the clapping and the laughing.
At exactly what time?
I didn't say that. The noise in the corridor happened a bit before.
A bit before. What's a bit?
Well, I don't know. It wasn't very long.
Well, give me an estimate. Was it 5 minutes, 2 minutes, 10?
I don't know.
Can't really help us much, can you?
No, that's what I told her.
Told who?
Lexi Patterson.
You talked to her about this?
Of course I did. She made me come and tell you.
So, in other words, you didn't hear any noise at all. You're just telling us what Patterson told you to say.
No, look, I did hear a noise, but it could have been anything, which is why I didn't think of it before.
All right, you can go. Looks like a little suspect starting to panic. Pretty good indication she's guilty. If there was any doubt left.
You know, when you think about it, it's a good thing Jess is in the hospital.
Why is that?
Because now I've got an alibi, they're going to need someone else to pin Kelly's murder on. She would have been the obvious choice.
Why, Jess?
She and I both know the truth about Passenger. That's why they wanted to get me. She wasn't even here.
They'll probably try and pin it on her anyway. They didn't have anything on Lexi.
That's rotten they can do that.
Oh, damn it! You holy mother! Shut up or I'll thump you! What's going on? Found her sulking back to her cell. Thought you'd want to know how she went with the cops.
Too right. You told them I didn't do it, didn't you? Why don't you ask them? Because I'm asking you!
What I said didn't make any difference.
But But you told him Chukanora in the dining room when Radcliffe was thumped, didn't you?
I tried to tell you. I don't know for sure. That's what I heard.
You backing down, Maxwell?
No!
Look, the trouble was I couldn't tell them how long it was between the thud and when I heard the women clapping you in the dining room.
But you said it was the same time!
I didn't. It was just before. But the inspector wanted to know exactly how long it was, and I couldn't tell him.
Oh, bloody hell, all you've done is make things worse.
Well, I told them all I know. If you want more than that, go and ask them yourself.
You stupid bitch!
You don't touch me again.
You useless lag and... Oh, I say stop it! Someone's got something. You're the top dog. Why don't you do something?
Jeez, I'd really like to, sis, but I don't reckon it'd be very fair if we all pile in.
What? She okay?
I don't want to fight. But I promise you, I'm not going to stand still and take it any longer.
Oh, shut up.
What's wrong?
I reckon I pulled a muscle or something. Jeez, you can be stupid, Lex. I can't think of a better way to bring on a miscarriage. And the lot of you are just as bad for egging her on. Yeah, Chook's right. We should have remembered the kid. All right, that's it, everyone. The fun's over.
Fun! My God, you lot sicken me.
Stupid bitch! Where's my bloody alibi?
Oh, shut up. The police will work out who did it.
Pigs they will. Want to hang it on me, and now thanks to her they're gonna.
How did it go?
They said it didn't prove anything.
What's happened?
Oh, it's all right. I just showed the women I'm not the pushover they thought I was, that's all.
Have you been in a fight?
It wasn't serious.
Who was it? Patterson?
Yes, but please don't say anything. It'll just make things worse. Anyway, I don't think she'll try it on again. She's in enough trouble now over Kelly's murder.
Yes. Pity the police didn't take more notice of what you had to say.
Why, do you think she's innocent?
I don't know. I'm more worried about you at the moment.
Well, don't be. I'm learning to survive.
I would have come and told you all this before, but I wanted to wait and make sure we wouldn't be overheard. I probably won't get another chance. They'll make sure I stay well away from you between now and when I leave.
I'm sorry. All the worry I've caused you. Now I've cost you your job.
Don't be silly. I'll visit as often as I can, and I'll try and keep Alan on an even keel.
You've done more than enough, Bob. You've helped me through the worst of it. Now I can fight my own battles.
Mightn't be as bad as that. I'm sure the governor will do her best to stop the women finding out about us.
How's she going to do that? Push Williams off a roof? She can transfer you, her, me. It doesn't matter. It'll get out sooner or later. But if they want to give me a hard time over it, I'll be ready.
Well, there's not much else I can say except good luck.
I'm so sorry, Bob. I should never have run you that day. It's just there was nobody else.
That's all right. I've got to go now. I'll see you as often as I can, and take care.
You too.
Hello, Williams, against the wall.
Me and the girl's got big plans for you, Williams.
Yeah? I killed Kelly for you.
Hurry up and no talking.
Killed her for yourself. Couldn't give a stuff
Shut
about us.
up, Jenkins, and get out.
Hey, Ferguson. Bet you're dying to hear about Moran and that Maxwell, Sheila.
Put a sock in it, Williams.
Your mate Moran's getting it off with her right under your bloody noses. What do you reckon about that?
Jeez, you must be losing your touch on wiping you out.
Oh, well, what do you bloody reckon? Me brother's just wiped out one of me best mates. Of course I'm off the bloody game.
Come on, Rita, I'm only joking. I'm sorry. Just a bit touchy.
Hey, guess what I just heard? Maxwell and Moran, they've been having it off together.
Who told you?
Well, I just heard Williams saying it.
Oh, well, there you go. It must be true.
Look, she's full of it, Lurch.
Well, the freak didn't seem to think so.
Yeah, well, it would explain a few things, like why Moran gave us that talk after she arrived.
Yeah, and why he's been sticking up for her ever since she got here. Who's coming?
Yeah.
You bet.
Where are you going?
But our Nan's just going to ask her a few polite questions.
Ferguson.
Very well. Are you having a relationship with the Maxwell woman?
Where did you get that from?
Seems Williams in solitary knows all about it.
Then Williams is mistaken.
Really?
The answer is no.
And I wonder where she got that impression.
Kath Maxwell is a friend of mine.
Ah.
Has been for a long time, and that is all.
That's all? Oh, I'm sure Reynolds would love to hear that.
She already has.
What, and left you in charge? Oh, well, that's typical, isn't it?
Anne Reynolds is a professional, which is more than I can say for you.
Watch it, Moran.
Acting governor to you.
Oh, yes, I forgot. King for a day.
Who else knows?
Jenkins, which means everyone else by now.
Come with me.
Feel like a workout, do you, screw lover?
What do you want?
We want to have a talk.
Look, I don't know what all this is about.
Like hell. I've heard about being a screw lover, but you're unbelievable.
Yeah, it's bad enough being a lagger without having it off with one of them.
I don't know what you mean.
Oh, cut the crap.
I'm not afraid of you.
Maybe you should be.
Stay away from me.
Put that down if I were you.
I said stay away!
No way, bitch.
You stay out of this, Lexi. I don't want you getting hurt if this gets nasty.
It's going.
You're pretty good with that thing. Is that how you did your kid in?
Whoa. Damn you!
Just leave me alone.
Should have said that to your screw mate, eh?
Oh, don't take your eyes off us. You've got to figure out who's going to jump you first. Me or Lurch.
Honest, what the hell do you think you're doing?
Me? The bitch has gone berserk. You saw her. She had a go at us with the barbell.
Yeah, we was just trying to get it off her.
Yeah, I'm a witness. I saw the whole thing.
I could toss the three of you into the pound.
Oh, great. She tries to smash us and we get copped for it. You wouldn't be protecting something, would you?
Yeah, like your girlfriend.
Right. Miss Ferguson, I want you to round up all the women and bring them here. Now!
Suppose we're going to lose all our gym privileges now? All because this Sheila went berserk with the barbell.
Isn't coming?
Yeah, I think so.
Right. There is a rumor circulating that Kath Maxwell and I are having an affair. Wrong!
How come you're playing favourites then?
Yeah, how about
Hey,
it?
why don't you put her in the pound? She bloody attacked us.
I haven't said I wouldn't. I fought with her husband in Vietnam. We have known each other for years.
It's not half obvious, is it?
I didn't let on I knew her for a reason.
Yeah, we all know what that is, eh?
I was hoping to try and get the rest of you to understand her.
Oh, we understand it, don't we, girlie?
Let him finish, Rita.
All right.
I'm being open with you. The least you can do is respect it.
All right. As long as it's not a snow job.
Maxwell and I are not having an affair. The governor knows all about our friendship. I told her so myself. It was the only way of getting Patterson off the murder charge.
What are you talking about?
Williams was trying to use knowledge of our friendship to buy an escape. Kelly twigged, tried to dump her, and Williams killed her. That was the motive.
Yeah, it was Williams who I heard it from.
Yeah, well, even if you're not having an affair with her, it still doesn't change the fact she killed her own kid.
Yeah, all kids lagging on people.
Yeah, what do you got to say about that, big boy? So you want us to give her an armchair ride? Is that what you're saying?
I'm asking you to treat her normally. If you act like animals, of course she'll turn on you.
What he's saying makes sense. No one touches anyone unless there's a reason. There's a whole bloody truckload in her case.
Anyway, it's still 3 witnesses against 1.
Yeah, and like Reed said, she took a swipe at us.
You're wasting your time. Take me to solitary.
Wait for me at the gate. Catherine Maxwell has more humanity and guts than the lot of you put together.
You've gone too far. Why did you have to attack her?
Because she bloody well had a go at us, that's why.
Oh, come on, Lex, she'd have been mad too. Of course she would. She'd know she wouldn't stand a chance, and you were wrong about her anyway.
Well, how are we to know that Williams was lying?
Well, you could have checked before going after her like some sort of lynch.
Oh, just shut up, will you? All of you. The bitch got the pound, didn't she? Let's just leave it at that.
I thought you were in solitary.
Mrs. Slattery just let me out.
You all right?
Yeah. Thanks for what you did. The women who brought my food up seemed a lot nicer.
Well, I'm glad they've finally seen sense.
I scare myself sometimes. I was getting to hate them all so much I could have...
You shouldn't even be in a place like this. That's the trouble.
Sometimes I wonder.
Why?
I don't know. I think all of us are capable of being like them given the right circumstances. I even thought that of you. The night Kelly was murdered, I really thought you might have done it for a moment. God knows, even the most decent people can.
Well, that's not the problem now, is it?
What about you?
I'm seeing the minister sometime this morning.
They said you wanted to see me.
Yes, I do. I'll let you know what happens. I'm staying.
Staying? God, that's wonderful.
The only way it'll work is if we ignore each other. It has to be officer-prisoner relationship. As much for your sake as mine. We'll make it. One way or another.
That Meg Morris will be the one to watch. Real little ball of muscle, I reckon.
Get out, it's Moran, all that bloody army training.
Hey, I can't figure out how I'm still allowed to play. Thought I'd be cleaning out the dunnies by now.
Got herself enough satisfaction breaking a good news to us.
Yeah, that's all we need. The bloody freak pulling the strings.
Yeah, Mrs. M must feel rotten. Second time she's been shoved out.
Yeah. Nothing to what Rena's going to be going through. The freak will be nipping at her heels all the way.
Oh, come on, Chook, stop worrying. You're not going to have anything left. You're going to get out, no worry.
Oh, sure.
Well, look, think of Stevie boy out there pining for you. That'll get your mind off it, eh?
Hey, listen, do you fancy a bit of fresh air? Join us on the team.
No. Thanks, but I'll sit this one out. I've never been very good at sport.
Well, don't say I didn't ask you.
You know, you should have said yes. Doesn't matter if you're no good at volleyball. It's joining in that counts, especially if you want to make friends here.
It's just the way they treated me before.
Oh, yes, but...
Look, I just don't want to put myself into something I'm not ready for, that's all.
Well, try to participate. You'll find they're good people underneath.
Well, I'll come out and watch.
Egbert!
Before you come by.
This is not a social call, Maxwell. You've had all the
dear Alan,
handshakes.
bloody lovely. You miss your old man, so you make sure Julie misses out on Steve, you bitch.
Would have thought Moran would be fixing that up for
You
ya.
shut your foul mouth. Why should she? It was your big mouth cost Julie her parole.
Yeah.
What? Usually I let people fight their own battles. But Julie's not the type. So you're going to be an exception. Lexi, keep nicked.
Give her one the gap for me.
Look, for heaven's sake,
I
shut
haven't
that
done
door
anything.
behind you. No! You look like the noisy type, Maxwell. Please, you're making a mistake.
Putting this off so long.
Please!
Oh, good day, Nance. Where are you off to, eh?
I was wondering where you all got to. You left in such a hurry.
Yeah, well, Reed wanted a hand with something. Only took a sec, eh?
I'm very worried about her. You know how she's been since that business with Dan and her brother, and you were all very worked up about Kath.
Yeah, well, that'll all get sorted out.
Where are Rita and Alice?
Look, I reckon they're going back to the work area. Oh, no. Look, leave them. It'll be sorted out.
Don't be silly. Violence only breeds violence.
Yeah, well, it takes the bitch to stop lagging.
No, I'm
Mrs.
not
Morris. Oh, good day, Mrs. Morris. Look, I reckon you ought to take up jogging on your own.
Why is this door shut?
Kath Maxwell's having a kip.
You all right, Maxwell? Right, you two, out in the corridor with the others. McCormick, go and find Mrs. Gorman.
It seems quite clear to me this is retaliation over remarks made by Mr. Moran.
I reckon it's just the opposite.
Yeah, she's one of you, not one of us.
Quiet, Patterson.
Would you care to elaborate?
I've had my say.
Are you denying Maxwell was physically intimidated?
She says she was?
Maxwell won't comment, but Sister says she has extensive bruising to the stomach and the ribs.
There seems to be quite enough evidence. If nobody else has anything further to say.
Okay. I took her on. We had a private disagreement. The others had nothing to do with it.
I doubt it. It's clear what parts you all played in this. Although I'm quite sure McCormack had nothing to do with it.
Oh, I thought you'd want to hang us all.
You're getting very close to the line, Connors. There's not only this. There's also that charge against you and Jenkins over that incident in the hospital with Kelly. So you can both spend 24 hours in solitary, starting immediately.
Would have me name put on the door.
Patterson, Mrs. Morris will see that you carry out extra cleaning duties. And I'm warning you, any more intimidation of anyone, and you won't know what's hit you.
Get Maxwell out of here and there won't be any trouble.
Ever since you've been representing the women, there seems to have been nothing but.
Oh, well, what do you expect me to do about it? They're not girl guides, you know.
You could try leading by example. Thank you, Mrs. Morris.
Give me 5 minutes with them, they'd soon know what it feels like.
They'd soon let me know about it.
I know. Don't take any notice, I'm just sounding off. It's my fault they think you're tied up with this lagging business.
Well, it's hardly surprising, is it? They don't use their brains. They work on gut instinct.
I'll have another talk with Connors in terms she can understand.
You'll only make me a bigger target and wreck your career.
I can take care of myself. You're the one who's up against it.
Only while you're around. Guarantee this won't happen again?
Unfortunately, I can't. But I'm sure the women will leave you alone now.
I don't agree. I'll be the scapegoat every time they want to stir up trouble.
The officers are aware of it. They'll protect you as much as they can.
And if one of them happens to be Bob Moran, it'll immediately confirm their suspicions.
I'm sure Mr. Moran won't do anything to put either of you in a compromising position. The best thing you can do is try to forget about it. And don't give the women any reason to make more trouble.
I have never given the women cause for trouble. I'm sure the best thing would be to move me out of here.
I see. Did Mr. Moran suggest that?
No, and I'd rather he didn't know until I've gone.
Well, if the other prisons weren't so crowded, I'd consider it. But at the moment, there's nothing I can do.
Well, then, can you transfer Bob?
Might I remind you, Maxwell, you're a prisoner here?
Look, I'm sorry, but it's not only for my sake. He just doesn't see us making things worse for both of us by staying
I'm
here.
sure he knows what he's doing. The officers are trained to handle this sort of thing. And you can cooperate if you think the women are planning anything
Feel like
else.
beating me up? And what will you do? Write a report and tell me you're
That's
sorry?
That's enough. We'll do everything possible to ensure your safety until I can arrange a transfer.
Like you have been up to date. Well, I'm sorry, but that's not good enough. Obviously, I'll have to take my own measures to defend myself.
Don't be stupid. If you take things into your own hands, you'll just cause more trouble. Do you understand?
Good, look where you're going, eh, Maxwell?
I was.
You're probably real proud of yourself getting Rita and Lurch tossed in the pound, eh?
It wasn't my fault.
Yeah? Just as it wasn't your fault Julie's parole got buggered up either.
Look, I don't know what the hell's got into all of you, but you're barking up the wrong tree.
Yeah, that's what you told Rita, isn't it? You're as good at lying as you are at lagging. Comes natural, eh? Look, don't you think just because those two cooked it, they're going to forget about you?
Get out of my way.
They're going to come looking for you. And when they find you, the screws are going to be able to spread you on the gardener's fertilizer.
You okay?
Rack off, slime. Can't you see we're having a chat?
I'm unclean and I'm supposed to be here. More than I can
Yeah,
say.
yeah. Well, I wouldn't go planning for the future, Kath.
Giving you a hard time,
Mind
eh?
your business.
Oh, Kath, are you all right? I've been so worried about you. Is there anything I can do for you?
Yes. Go away.
Oh, Kath, don't be like that. I'm trying to help you. It's a different world here from the one we've always known. Look, I know the women had no right to take the law into their own hands, whether you were the lagger or not, and I apologise for that.
Get out of here. You make me sick.
Oh, Kath, please.
I don't need anything from you.
You don't understand.
But I'm beginning to. So go back to your friends and tell them the next time they come to me with some trumped-up charge, they won't have it all their way. I'll give them as good as they give me. Now get out, damn you. Get out!
If the governor and the minister agree, it's the only thing to do.
When do you go?
Next week. But when I leave Wentworth tonight, that's it. I won't be coming back. I'm sorry.
Why? You're not to blame for everything that's happened to me. You just gave me time to get myself together, that's all.
By trying to protect you, I damn near destroyed you.
I'm not destroyed. I'm ready to fight them now.
You've changed, Kath. And it's all my fault. I tried to manipulate the women so they'd see you as you really are, kind and caring.
Stop it, Bob. I'm none of those things. Not anymore, anyway. So don't lose any sleep over it. You tried to help, it didn't work. Tough. Thank you for everything you tried to do. Goodbye and good luck.
Kath.
Will you please go?
Oh, Kath.
What are you doing here? I thought I told you to leave me alone.
Well, I heard you crying. I couldn't just walk
Couldn't
past.
resist coming in here with your holier-than-thou attitude.
How dare you say that to me? I've been trying to help you. You're so busy feeling sorry for yourself, you won't listen.
Just get out.
No, damn you, you will listen. How do you expect those women to behave after you lagged on them?
How many times do I have to tell you? I didn't lag on anybody, regardless of whether you believe me or not. Just go back to your mates and tell them that thanks to them, Bob Moran has had to leave.
Oh, no.
Your precious friends may have won this round, lady. But I'm still here, and I'll make them pay dearly for all the hurt they've caused. Because now I've got nothing to lose. Thought you'd be in the gym with the others.
Nah, rather work. Helps keep me ear to the ground doing this. Hear all sorts of things.
I'm sure.
Helpful for you. Stay one step ahead of them if you know what they're planning.
I don't need help from anyone, especially not you.
I don't blame you for being upset. I would too if I'd just lost my
You
boyfriend.
just shut up about that.
Connors and Jenkins just got out of the pound. They're after you, you know.
I didn't lag on them.
Doesn't matter. They're smelling blood. Yours. Of course, you don't have to take them on single-handed if you don't want to. Be surprised at how many of the girls are saying Connors is losing it. We organise them together and bingo. It's Connors out in the cold, not us.
Forget it.
Bitch! I ought to break both her bloody legs.
Where do you think I should put this?
Who cares? I'm going to have a chat with Maxwell. I'm going to thump that bitch for it, whether you like it or not.
I don't like it.
Oh, shut up, Nance.
Look, it doesn't do any harm to talk to her, and if it works, we'd have solved the situation without violence, and if not...
Okay, anything to get you off me back.
Thank you. Well, I suppose now's as good a time as any.
Yeah. After you.
Kath, we'd like to talk to you.
Really? And what do you want from me this time? Another admission of guilt?
I'm going to bust your face.
Rita!
We wanted our dorm redecorated. We would have done it ourselves.
I didn't touch anybody.
Oh, sure you didn't. You just stopped by for a cup.
Let her go, Rita.
We don't appreciate rats like you taking our dorm apart.
I told you I didn't touch it.
Oh, you can't expect us to believe that.
That's what you want, isn't it? Me admitting to everything that goes on here.
Only what you do yourself, which is getting to be more in your fair share lately.
There are 25 others in this damn block. I don't suppose it occurred to you that one of them might have done it.
They didn't make the same threats that you did.
And they know what I do to house wreckers.
And for your own good, you've got to stop being so vindictive.
Persecution seems to be the word you all understand.
Look, I told you time and time again about lagging, and Julie lost her parole because you wouldn't listen.
Critical as the rest of them. Worse! God, you killed your own husband in cold blood.
No! Oh.
It would have been a closed fist if it was me.
Get out.
You'll keep.
How's it going, Rick? Oh, rat old worm. Hey, what gives? Don't tell me
I
that.
want to be left alone, please.
Sure. You know where to find me if you change your mind. About giving them a taste of their own medicine.
Hey, Nance. Heard what you've done to Maxwell. Good one. I'm beginning to wish I hadn't.
Oh, come on, Nancy. Only gave the bitch what she deserved.
Oh, I know.
Hey, might add my own little bit just so she doesn't think we're finished.
Oh, watch where you're going, you stupid oaf. Who are you calling an oaf, you clumsy bitch?
Yeah, what's going on?
She dropped her dinner, Mrs. M. Wasn't watching where she was going.
Can I go, please?
Not before you clean up this mess. Jenkins, get your meal and sit down, will you? You can get your second, sir, once you've cleaned it up.
I'd rather go without.
Suit yourself. Just make sure you've cleaned this up before you do.
Show you bitches.
What the hell do you think you're doing? Get Reed.
Maybe it was an accident.
Just get her.
never learn, do you?
I'm not the only one.
You brought it on yourself. This time, you're gonna pay.
Lessons on how to get along with people, right, girl?
Yeah!
Try your own advice. You haven't left me alone since I got here.
Should have thought about that before you killed your kid.
Maybe we could use your head for the next volleyball match, eh? Screw!
Check you later.
Well, ladies, suppose we better get started. What's going on in here?
Oh, I hate to tell you this, but your tape's stuffed.
What happened?
Maybe it came loose in the bag or something.
Oh, someone destroyed it on purpose. Who was it?
You know anything about this, Maxwell?
We'll get the one who did it, promise you.
Don't be silly, Connors. You and Jenkins have been in enough trouble lately.
Is there another copy available, Mervyn?
Probably. But how do I know another won't be treated in the same way?
Because I'm guaranteeing it.
You wouldn't stop all of us from seeing it because of one person, would you?
Look, it won't happen again, honest.
Yeah, we promise, Merv.
Come on, Mervyn. We'll see if we can get another copy by tonight.
Thanks, Mrs. Barry.
What's Mrs. Pringle, you mad?
Still using the screws to protect herself.
Don't worry, it's going to be a different story, John. What do you think you're doing, slime? Nothing. Just hanging around like the rest of you. Yeah, well, get your stink out of here. Sure, Rick.
During the what?
I hope you haven't got your heart set on the video, Lurch.
And here I am waiting for Mrs. Pringle to come down the aisle.
Jeez, you look a bit nervous, Merv.
Everyone's nervous when they get married, Lexi.
That's an understatement.
That's a beaut outfit, Mrs. P.
Yeah, what op shop did you say you got it at?
Oh, here's the minister reading the vows. You can just see Mrs. Morris and Mrs. Reynolds on the side.
I knew I shouldn't have come. Not since you look lovely.
Oh, I wish I'd really been there. It's not the same on the small screen.
Oh, dear. How did that get there?
Oh, don't tell us we're going to miss the good bit, Merv.
Oh, we're going to see you pronounced husband and wife.
Oh, what's happening, Mervyn?
I don't know.
Oh, beauty, Merv.
Grab her legs. Leave me alone. You're coming with us. Get what's coming to you, kid killer.
Oh, look, there's Steve.
Dynamite, I do.
Any screws around? No. Ferguson must have gone up there and looked at the video. I want to get back before anyone finds it.
Hey, you know how to work that thing? Has a Harley got 2 wheels?
Take this as your last warning, Maxwell. The next time we'll get serious.
You okay?
Oh, thank God.
Hurry up. Better be quick. Screw see you, though. No, that you wrecked that tape easy.
Just hurry.
Who did it? Connors and Jenkins? Bloody lasted a lot of us were given the
Come
chance.
on, what I need's a shower. Some of this stuff.
Right.
You haven't said boo since we've been here.
I've been thinking about Connors. What you said about combining forces.
Yeah?
You're right. There's no point trying to take her on alone. She's got too much support. But if we can pull that support out from under her,
Now you're talking.
with the women on our side, Connors will never treat us like dirt again. Now, before she thinks of some other way of getting at me.
Calm down. We stick together, we'll be okay.
If they see us together, they'll have more reason than ever to play tough.
Not while I got this, they won't. My insurance policy protects 2 just as easy as 1.
Do they know you've got that?
Will do, the minute they try something. Here, get a feel of it.
No, thanks.
Suit yourself. Got it from a Sheila in C Block. Wasn't cheap. If you want support, you got to pay for it. Fact of life.
You want money? Is that it?
Can't do much without it. You must have a bit tucked away for a rainy day.
Assuming I have, how do you intend to use it?
Buy more of these, of course. And a bit of muscle. Enough to show the others that we're serious about doing Connors.
And how do I know you won't take the money and just leave me high and dry?
'Cause I want Connors off my back just as much as you do. Geez, I don't enjoy carrying a knife around with me just so as I'll know I'll make it to my next breakfast. But it's better than having Connors use you as a bloody doormat 24 hours a day.
Are you sure the money will do it?
Haven't seen anyone knock it back yet.
I'll ring my husband tonight. You'll have it by tomorrow morning.
Batter up. You kept coming up with ideas for this video club of hers in the middle of the bloody night.
Well, if we do want Kathy to help, we can have some ideas to put forward.
Hey, I got one.
Hey, everyone, Lisa's got an idea.
Oh, no. Hey, you know, what's his name? You know, the bloke that showed us how to use the weight. Well, we could film him, you know, working out, getting all sweaty and everything.
There's a calm shower, Lurch. Come on, Jules, take it. Hey, don't turn on the cold water.
What's all this racket? Oh, nothing, Mum. Get the move on, will you? And stop fooling around. Stop, you buggers.
Hey, Nan, I've got an idea for a film. Attack of the Green Slime with Williams playing the slime.
I hope you being with her is an accident, Maxwell. We've got a right to hang around with whoever we like. Or does that change too?
You're getting a bit ahead of yourself, Worm. Yeah, we still owe you.
A bit late, aren't you? Middle one's free, Kath.
Just rack off. Jules was here before you. Oh, it doesn't matter.
Bull, it doesn't.
Are we going to drag her out or what?
That was a bad move, sister.
Bloody hell.
What'd I tell you? As soon as someone stands up to them, they fall apart.
I wouldn't get too cocky.
You saw it for yourself. Connor's chickened out, and the others could hardly raise a dirty look between them. Believes her own publicity, that's her trouble. Hey, you still owe McCormick one, don't you? Biddy's getting too big for her boots.
I'm not interested in her or the others. I want Connors.
Screws hanging around?
Been and gone. How did you go?
It's all happening. Got some real little beauties.
Well, they better be worth it.
What do you reckon, eh?
Is that all you got?
It's not a bloody supermarket, you know. You better have plans for getting the dough in fast. It took a real lot of talking to convince the Sheilas in B Block that you were good for credit.
I've already rung my husband. He's bringing it in this afternoon.
Got him twisted around your little finger, eh?
Are you sure those women aren't going to tell Rita what's going on?
No, they won't get their dough if they do. We better stash this stuff fast before somebody springs us.
In here?
Nah, in Reno's bloody office. Where else? What's wrong with you, Maxwell? One minute you can't get your mitts on hardware quick enough, and the next you're acting as if it's got the plague.
It's all right. It's just getting used to having it around, that's all.
You better be game enough to stick one of these in Connor's ribs, because if she figures you're not, she's going to pull you apart.
Well, I'll put this over here.
What are you, nuts? Anyone could find it there. Got to use a bit of nous. Look, I'll show you. Hey, Maxwell, I thought you'd like to...
What's this?
A pig sticking convention. Just showing her the ropes. Just in case the hoons in C Block hassles.
Oh, sure you.
What we do is none of your business. Get out.
You're getting to be a #1 on the agenda, kid killer. Especially now you're waving one of them around.
Left me no choice.
I was on my way to tell you we decided to give you a week in Coventry and leave it at that. Now, how about you hand that thing over before you hurt yourself?
No! Bitch! I don't want to. So help me, I'll kill the next person who lays a finger on me. I'm already on one murder charge. I'm quite willing to wear another if I'm forced to.
Anyone can talk big with one of them in their hands. I'll be seeing you.
Jeez.
He used to give me roses. I wish he could again. But that was on the outside, and things were different then. On the inside, the sun still shines, and the rain falls down. But the sun and rain are prisoners too. When morning the roses